Ladies and gentlemen, this came out on CNBC. There are 10 states right now putting plans together to reopen the economy. We know there is no cure. This thing is not slowing down. They want it to slow down so bad, they just keep saying that we're hitting the peak, we're hitting a peak, we're almost at a peak. They just want it to be over. None of those things are true. We haven't hit any peak. And number two, this thing you know how fast this thing will spread once these states open? It's going to be just like Italy times 10, New York City times 10. So this came out April 14th, 2020 at CNBC. 10 states developing reopening plans account for 38% of the US economy. The 10 US states coordinating plans separately from the White House to reopen businesses shut by the coronavirus are responsible for an outside proportion of the US economy. On Monday, 3 states on the West Coast, led by California Governor Gavin Newsom, and 7 on the East Coast, led by New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who got the worst state right now in the country. And he's talking about reopening. Ooh, not a good idea. Said they will develop coordinated regional plans. When this thing fails, let's see how many of them will take responsibility, ladies and gentlemen. We know how these people don't like taking responsibility for nothing. Okay, even if they're the ones that made the decision, they take responsibility for nothing. With the exception of Massachusetts, all are led by Democratic governors. Collectively, the 10 states generate 38.3% of the total U.S. economic output in the fourth quarter of 2019, highlighting how much of the U.S. economy depends on its most populous states. Yep, that's true. It's the blue states that carry the red. But as far as politicians, they're all full of shit. I don't trust none of them. And I sure don't trust this decision that they're making. California and New York, the biggest and third biggest states, respectively, account for 23% of the U.S. economic output. Figures from the Bureau of Economic Analysis shows. Announcements about the pact to coordinate plans came after Republican President Donald Trump declared any decision on reopening the economy was up to him. The U.S. governors are preparing their own plans, which are expected to be announced soon. But Trump also struggled. He would prefer to defer to governors. I'd rather have them make the decision, he said in his daily news conference. The U.S. Constitution gives the states authority to power to police citizens and regulate public welfare. Outside of the two coalitions, the states with the biggest contribution to GDP are Texas and Florida, which together account for 14%. Both are led by Republican governors. Yeah, see, that governor in Texas already reopened. The US, 50 states generate $21.4 trillion in total economic output in 2019. Wow, look at all that reparation money in there, y'all. $21.4 trillion. That's reparations money from widely different industries. Finance dominates in New York, for example, agriculture and tourism in Florida. California will detail its plans with Oregon and Washington State on Tuesday, Newsom said Monday. In the U.S. Northeast, the states of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Delaware, and Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts will coordinate to gradually reopen their economies. Each state will ultimately make its own decisions based in its specific needs, Cuomo said. Mm-mm-mm. We shall see. I don't see nothing good coming from this. Not unless you were close to being done with this virus. But if you're not, I just don't see this working, you know? And like I said before, this separation that we're in, ladies and gentlemen, this is permanent. Any attempt to bring everybody back together and work again, it's going to all fail. But y'all, please tell me what you think about what these governors are doing and what Trump has been talking about for weeks about reopening the country as deaths and illnesses have been going up steadily in the country. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.